Hey guys, welcome back. Well, it's been a while, or I've been pretty scarce on videos. We've just been extremely busy. So I kind of wanted to do just a little update on the boiler and the kiln, how the boiler's been. So she's running right now. Let's take a look. She's been burning for at 178. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So when you burn, obviously in an outdoor boiler you can burn pretty much whatever you want, right? Wet, dry. But this is, you probably can't see it. So this is 100% pure wet wood. You can see like some blue smoke. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but so I was putting in 5 totes of production wood and then cut-offs and whatnot, like stuff like this for the boiler. Like this is all like basswood and just stuff I'm not gonna, sell to customers. So this tote's probably been sitting for a month outside. It's basswood, so it dries pretty good, but this stuff is wet. Obviously she's still burning, but so for the last 3 days I ran out of like actual dry wood. It's just the stuff that I've been accumulating over the last couple months here, which is not that dry. All my small little cut-offs I've kind of gone through, like as far as like the little pieces that come off the processor. So if you can get the fire going, she'll burn. So I had to pretty much relight it this morning. It was down to 112 degrees and it's almost noon, and that was like at 7:30. So she's been running for almost 4.5 hours nonstop. She's burning. She's getting a little bit of coals, but yeah, after this burn cycle, there's coals in there. I'll have to relight it when it, an hour and a half, 2 hours from now, once it goes back down to burn cycle, which like I said, I have this at a 4-degree differential. When I was doing that with actual dry wood, it was working out real well. So that being said, and we've been processing wood. This is what, 6 of them here to that. I just pulled out six totes just now. I put in 6 totes of boiler wood. So I'm gonna run that for probably 3 days. So this used to be full. I ended up sticking, I don't know how many, 36 or 40 of these next door, which I'm storing them indoors over there. It's still ventilated over there, but gotta make room. So I just pulled out these 6, which look good. Most of that is sugar maple. It's a little bit of oak in there, some ironwood, a little bit of ash, all good stuff though. So I'm anticipating, because that basswood I just put in there is extremely wet. Like right now we're at 105 degrees 30, like I just shut this, but that relative humidity will probably jump up to probably pretty close to 50. And the vent is just going to be pouring moisture out. So I think I'm going to put them in there for, see, today's Monday, tomorrow it's supposed to rain all day. Probably Wednesday night, depending on what time I get back, if I'll have time to pull out that load and stick those other 6 in there. But I think from now on, no matter what, this is what I was doing. I was putting 5 production, 1 boiler tote in there. And that boiler tote, typically, depending on the heat load, which is always pretty high with the kiln running, 1 boiler tote will last me about 3.5 days, give or take. And that's not having to babysit. Well, I'm gonna be here till the next day or 2, pretty much, where I can come out and relight it, because this wood is just stupid wet. Some of this stuff isn't so bad. I think that's an older tote. That's cherry, so that's from like last October. So I'm hoping most of that tote is pretty good. That way I don't have to come out here and relight it every 2 hours or so. But I don't mind it going down to like 140-ish and then having to relight it and then let it do its burn cycle. It just really messes up the kiln run. If it doesn't stay up to temp like around 160 degrees in there, it really screws up the moisture getting out of the wood and it venting, and it's just not ideal. So that's why I stuck in six boiler totes, just to kind of help. I was thinking about putting 8 in there. I just don't really feel like turning the totes sideways to get them side by side. It's just for that extra 2 totes. Yeah, it'd be nice. It messes up the airflow and whatnot. So, but other than that, the boiler runs as it should. I clean out the bottom ash roughly every 3 days. Pretty simple. Definitely got to do it when it's warm, because otherwise the pans, like, they'll like freeze, you know, solid in there because of the water moisture on the bottom. You know, I don't mind it smoking a little bit like how it is. I know it's hard to tell because it's windy, but I'd rather it not do that at all. I'd rather it get back up to temp within 5 minutes than 4 hours. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on here. Like I said, we've been ridiculously busy with trees. We've had storm after storm kind of back to back, along with all the other jobs we have scheduled. So I've been pretty busy, pretty tired. That's why I haven't really been posting any videos. I'd rather give you guys a little bit of quality than just me rambling and not being on task there. So, but yeah, no, we dumped a load of chips here from one of our jobs for the wife. She wants to spread them somewhere, which we do that a lot. But what else do we got going on here that I can show you? So where we park our trailers, which is on, I call it a road over here, which typically ended right around there. I've extended that now to get to our new property next door here, which I can access it over there, but I want to be able to drive through here. Haven't really decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I've been working on this. I'm hoping to get it done maybe this week. So I extended, because there's a lot of grade here. This goes down. It used to end kind of where that railroad tie sits up a little bit, and it shot across, and I built the wall, and I have probably, I don't know, 2 more loads of chips to put in there, grade it, drive on it a bunch of times to get it to be flat, and then I can access over there. Whether I drive trucks, I'm thinking the new location for the processor is going to be up there. If you see, like, right, that little brush line there, that's actually probably about 20 feet in. There's like a nice quarry of rocks which we've been pulling from. I'm going to try to get all the rocks out of there, at least somewhere else, fill the hole, and I think the processor new home is going to be over there. I will be building something over it to kind of keep it out of the elements, but we can take the logs right down this road right over there and process. I think that's my future plan here. There's just a lot to do besides getting the new kiln, get that built, all the solar stuff I've been working on, and so on. I mean, we got all the wood that we had here processed. This is a log that is too big for the processor. This is like 22 inches, I believe. Max is like 18 on my processor right now, so it was just too big.
Why?
Nice size. It's just too big diameter. You can see the split down the middle, but it's a nice sugar maple log there. Actually, that's beech. Nice beech log.
You know why you don't want to cut it?
It's too big to fit in the processor, babe. So lots going on. As you can tell, it's pretty windy today. Had some storms last night. It's supposed to rain later on today, all day tomorrow. We're working all day Wednesday, Thursday on trees. We're like tripling up now because we're just falling behind. So, but yeah, I mean, later on this year, once they get that container out, we're going to stick it over there. I'm going to get that concreted so I can really, you know, double stack this whole area and move them around with the pallet jack to really optimize the space. We got some sawdust here we got to get bagged up to be sold. That's full from the other day. I didn't record anything. We did 13 totes plus some boiler totes, so we did a lot. Open that for your brother.
This?
Yep. So, no, we've been trying to stay as productive as we can. It's hard when you got these 2 little guys. They're out of school now, or at least the oldest is out of school, and yeah, so boiler runs good when you actually put in decent dry wood. So that's kind of why I put 6 in there. But yeah, so just a little update what's going on. Not sure what I'll be posting tomorrow, but I'll try to get something out for you guys. So we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. How's the weather been by you? I know it's been pretty crazy everywhere. I mean, so far this year it's been pretty wet. I mean, the ground is soft now. Considering the last 2 years, it was really, really dry. So it's nice that we get all the rain. It's not good when we're trying to work in people's yards and whatnot. It's extremely soft to get equipment in there, but it is what it is. Either that or the tree stays. But we've been doing a lot of storm damage, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, our goal isn't to mess up the yard and make ruts, which we never do, but you'll know we were there, but it's kind of how it goes. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, but as always, keep burning.